everybody. Here we go. It's that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. And on the Facebook, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And, of course, you can go to my website for streaming options from anywhere in the world at mattconnerton.com, as well as all the show archives and social media links and contact info, etc., etc. Hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online and Tomorrow Radio. Today is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021, and I'm not alone.
Hello.
Jenny is here at the news desk.
How are you?
Good. It's humid in here, though.
It is. It's a bit sticky.
It's rainy. It's raining, and the breeze was nice when we first got here, and I opened the windows, and now it's getting humid.
We're getting the remnants of Ida. It's just going to be a lot of wet rain.
Mm-hmm.
Just rain.
Yes.
Wet.
I think we have a couple of other folks who are going to be joining us, but we'll see.
I hope so.
I never like to say for sure.
I hope so.
The two individuals are not always reliable. They don't always show up when they say they're going to. Although I already see somebody in the Facebook live chat who I'm sure is very hopeful that at least one of these individuals shows up. But we'll see what happens.
Who might that be?
We'll see what happens. I see Braden Russell in there. I know who he's looking for.
I see Ricky in there, and he's my guy. I'm gonna actually go pick up the fruit of his labor after show and get the print from the file, the image that he did for me.
Yes.
And he's watching us from the hospital. He's not feeling too hot right now.
Yeah. He's been in the hospital in New York City.
He's getting a tune-up.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let him out. He's going to get his tune-up.
Yeah, I see in the chat he says, leg is the only concern, waiting for the infection to go away.
Yeah.
Well, geez, well, hope you get better soon, Ricky, obviously.
Big hugs.
Yes. I do want to remind everybody, of course, that we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, the return of Trivia Night after a couple of weeks off. The great Bill Cini doing trivia at the Hop Knot as he does every Thursday. Of course, Wednesdays he does it on the morning show here, but he will be there tomorrow night. And then Friday night, of course, our friend Grant Lampton performing live from 7 to 9 p.m. as he always does every Friday as he continues his residency there. So, and there's another Gender Blender event this weekend as well.
Oh, cool.
You're the one who brought that to my attention.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yes.
Yes, there is a Gender Blender on Sunday brunch day.
Yes.
And they're open from noon to 5, and they have mimosas.
Yes.
In a can,
so
in a bucket.
The Hop Knot on Elm, such a, as I always say, great food, great service, and a great family that owns and operates it. And we're so very honored and privileged. Oh, the pretzel pizza is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So please continue to support our wonderful sponsor. We appreciate that, and so do they. Of course, we have other great sponsors here at WMNH, Queen City Cabinetry in the historic Sunbeam Mall. Our friend Mike Pelopita, who is a big supporter of all the shows here at the station and of WMNH, also adored Wi-Fi a number of weeks ago. Peter White making the announcement on the morning show that they've come on board as a sponsor, sponsoring the morning show and sponsoring WMNH. Adored Wi-Fi, now operating in Manchester, New Hampshire. And of course, as I like to say, the OG of WMNH sponsors, CGI Business Solutions. They've been here from the beginning. If you would like to enter the discussion today, of course you can. Join us at 603-250-6007 is the number. 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do, of course, give us a call at 603-250-6007. And we did have a guest who was supposed to join us today, but had to back out. So we'll see if she reschedules. But I did hear from our friend EZG Eric Gagnon earlier via the Facebook, and he would like to resume his entertainment report. I think next week.
In person?
I think so. On
a Wednesday?
On Thursdays.
Oh, now it's a Thursday.
He wants to, well, Thursday is what it was for a while, and then he.
No, it was Wednesday, then it was Thursday, then it was Monday, then it was Friday, then it was. Thursday.
I think it was Thursday though for the longest stretch.
Never stays the same. Day.
No, he's quite unpredictable.
It's spontaneity.
A wily character, that EZG. But yes, we'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Ricky Litwinkowicz from Pain Train Pipe Bomb, as we mentioned, he has been hospitalized in New York City. So we hope you get better, Ricky. Jenny, I see you're in there.
I'm everywhere.
Yes. Ricky, by the way, he says he is watching from his hospital room.
Watching you.
Heidi Hamer, the Honorable Heidi Hamer, joins us and says, afternoon, Matt and Jenny.
Hola.
Melanie La Liberty is asking, is it the Pope who we're wondering if, or we're hopeful is going to be showing up? It is not the Pope. I don't, I don't have any, look, I was raised Catholic, but I am a bit lapsed, to say the least, and we shall not be expecting a papal visit.
We shall not.
And here's the thing, too. I don't know if he can even fit through the door with that big hat. You know, the Pope wears the big hat.
I suppose.
Oh, speaking of hats.
I'm not saying nothing.
Speaking of hats, by the way, for those of you watching online, you can see I'm wearing this wonderful hat. Now, Jenny got this hat for me.
2 years ago.
Well, it was a while ago, yes.
It was over 2 years
but
ago.
At the time, I couldn't wear it because it's got...
you had long flowing locks.
It's got Velcro in the back. And it got caught in my hair when I tried to wear it. And then, you know, that other hat I'd been wearing was looking a little worn out. And I was like... I said, you know what? I should try this hat again.
Or you could try no hat.
Now that my hair is so much shorter, well, eventually I'm going to have a Matt Connarton Unleashed hat. Not going to put a date on that.
Why not no hat?
Well, because I don't know, I've taken to wearing hats and my hair is kind of a mess. It's like all
Go see Chris. He'll fix it right up.
That's true.
Your wonderful hairdresser.
I probably should. I kind of like growing it out a little bit though. I kind of like, you know, winter's coming.
Wings.
I like having it a little long. But
it'll keep you warmer.
Yes, that's right.
And that hat is thicker.
Mm-hmm.
And way more expensive.
Is it? The other hat was $36, I believe. Was this hat?
Yeah, actually, yes, it is more expensive than that hat.
I do like this hat
this
better.
Hat was, the American dollar 2 years ago and continuing on today is not worth as much overseas. So everything I bought over there was much more expensive than it would have been here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
Yes.
It was worth it.
And this hat matches my shirt.
Do you know what it says?
It says snake.
No.
It says sneak, but it's pronounced snake, isn't it?
It's sneak.
I thought it was pronounced snake.
It's not snake. It's sneak. It's sneak week. Isn't it sneak? Yeah, it's sneak. It's not snake.
Oh, okay. I thought it was pronounced
it's
snake.
Dutch.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Frisian.
It's not. I think it's quite warm in here.
I said Frisian.
Oh, I was going to say. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you should explain that. Explain what you're talking about. Not everyone knows geography or the difference between snake and sneak.
So like, there's this country.
And Frisian.
There's this country called the Netherlands.
Yes.
It's not called Holland. Holland is within the country of the Netherlands.
Alistair Black is from wrestling fans will know.
There's a lot of good people from there. But I got to go over there a couple times. And back in 2019, I got you your hat at the largest sailing festival in Europe.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Well,
I want to do it again. I keep hoping that the world will grasp the reins of science, hold on for dear life, and get things turned around so I can travel again.
Yeah,
Man, EU's talking about banning Americans.
And not to sound selfish, but at some point, if I wear this consistently, I'm going to need another hat.
So I'll have to go back and get you another one. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So there's that. Because I can't, get it here.
I thought about getting a hat, with the American flag on it.
You had one once upon a time.
Yeah, what happened to that? I did have one
Ask
because
yourself.
I wore it for the primary, for our primary coverage of the New Hampshire primary, and
It disappeared.
and I don't know what the hell happened to it.
Wasn't it? It was an interesting style. It didn't quite fit you so well.
I like the idea of wearing something with the American flag on it because I'm not a conservative, but so many conservatives think that if you're not a conservative, then by default that means you actually hate America.
And you can't possibly be patriotic
Right.
or give a care about your country or
Right.
your fellow Americans.
So I kind of want to take it back and say, no, you can be not a conservative and still have some patriotism in you. But I don't know. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. Hi, Jenny. It's just me, Ron. How's it going, guys?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Good.
Good. Thank you. Two things. I guess Monday's a holiday, and the morning show won't be aired. Are you guys also honoring the holiday? Going to have Monday off?
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll be off on Monday.
I forgot
Yeah.
it was a holiday
Yeah, okay.
weekend.
It's one of the big ones.
Well,
It
that's
snuck
good.
up on me.
Back to the news. I heard today that Sununu might have COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh.
saw that in the news.
Oh, I didn't know that. That got by me.
Yeah, no, he was complaining and not faring very well this morning, so he's in isolation.
Now, was he a masker or an anti-masker? I mean, how did he fit into that? Do you know?
No.
I don't mean anti, but I mean.
Oh, no. One of the things that this is one of the reasons I voted for him. He's actually the only Republican I voted for in the 2020 election.
Regretting it
is,
yet?
No, but no, he's, I mean, if you remember, Ron, at one point we had a mask mandate here in New Hampshire, and and I give him credit for the vaccine rollout as well as the Biden administration, but on the state level, I give Sununu, I think Sununu did a very good job managing COVID here in New Hampshire. And no, he's always been very pro-science and whatnot, so...
Except for when it comes to women and their own rights, then he's in favor of rape via medical instrumentation.
Right, then we get into some trouble. But to me, whether it's Sununu or whether it's President Biden, the number one issue that I'm concerned about, above all else, the number one for me is the pandemic. So I don't regret either of my votes. But no, Sununu definitely a proponent of masking, and I'm sure he's fully vaccinated, so I'm sure he'll be fine. He is he's a big guy though, right? I mean, he's not fat, but he's tall, isn't he? Isn't he like a really tall guy?
Yeah.
So I
don't know. I didn't think so. I mean, I'm not positive, but either way.
I thought he was like a big guy. I've never met him in person, so I could be wrong. But Nemi Jones is in the chat room and says Sununu has tested negative, according to the union leader.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's just a general illness and not COVID.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, that is.
But the odds were in his
and one
favor
more thing
because
about
he did
Sununu
vaccine.
I read about in the paper the other day, which is sort of a good thing, unless you're on the short end of the stick. But I guess he's trying to take care of Medicaid. I got to get this right, not Medicare, Medicaid. He's trying to reduce the amount of people that are on it that possibly should come off or can come off. He's trying to lower the numbers, and he hired some independent person, like singular, for $230,000, I think it was, a month, or $200,000 a month. And a lot of people are saying, well, geez, for that kind of money, you can get 10 people to do the work or that type of work, But whatever.
Yeah.
You can hire another worker or two to handle the caseload.
It's just to the point where he's like, all right, we got to figure out, we got to do the math. It's not enough money, and some people need to come off.
Yeah, I can't really speak to that, Ron, because I haven't looked at that specifically. I don't know if you have, Jenny, but I haven't.
I haven't looked at it specifically, but hearing the amount of money and stuff, it seems to me like if you really want to get cases handled correctly, get people off of the rolls that don't need to be on them, or help people. A lot of people feel trapped. They're afraid to take this job or that job if it doesn't have the full benefit or whatever because of stuff that they'll trade off. But it seems to me like if you took that money and invested it back into the actual system that everybody dumps on in the state, is everything gets thrown at Health and Human Services. Like they're supposed to go after underage drinking in the Liquor Commission, but they would line item, I don't know if they still do it, but they would line item veto that out during the budgets and then push all the pressure onto Health and Human Services. If we hired more workers to handle cases at a one-on-one basis, going and seeing the people, the families, helping them really help, that's the best way to get people off. It sounds to me like he's just looking for some bureaucratic way to swipe a red pen and call it a day.
And this is not really headline news in any way, but it does make sense, and we kind of all have heard about it. I read quite an article today about how there's such an incredible cutback and shortage on healthcare for children, daycare, and all these people are going back to school, and all these kids are going back to school, and parents are desperately trying to find daycare, and can't be done. So a lot of people have to be stay-at-home moms, or dads, but mostly moms. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, that's been that's been an ongoing issue throughout the pandemic because a lot of these daycares had to close. I mean, my God, I'm so glad.
How do you socially distant toddlers?
I am so glad I don't have any children.
This is a nightmare for anybody with a kid under 12.
Oh yeah.
Think about it. They can't be vaccinated. You're trying to protect them, but that you got the moron parent telling their kid, "Don't wear a mask. It's a muzzle." They're. It's so hard to protect our kids.
Yeah.
We need to protect our kids. More of us are vaccinated, the more kids get protected by us.
But also, too, I mean, even before this, the beginning of this school year, just throughout the pandemic, you got all these daycares closing, and then so you got to stay home with your kids. But what if you're an essential worker, but you got nowhere to send the kids? Oh, just what a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it sure is.
I would hate to be a parent. I mean, I'm sure I would love my children, but although I'd probably not really right now, I'd be like, oh.
This is a super, really hard situation. It's not an easy fix.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just go, oh, let's open a daycare here. How many students? How close are they going to be? How are you going to keep people safe? How are you going to,
even the daycares that are open, they're limited to the amount of kids that they can bring in.
Right.
They can't stay open at 100%. They're, they've been at a reduced rate.
And they're going to count on other people being protective of themselves and their kids at home before they bring them to the school. And unfortunately, there's a lot of these jerks out there that could care less, and they're not doing, they won't wear a mask, they won't get vaccinated, they don't give a hoot. And if their kid carries it to daycare, oh well.
It is a mess, Ron. Absolutely.
It is.
All right,
awful.
guys. Be good. Take care.
All right, Ron. Thanks for the call. All right, our friend Ron, always appreciate hearing from him. That does open up a line for you, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. By the way, Nemi Jones shared a link to something called celebtribune.com, which has some facts about Sununu. So I should preface this by saying these websites are often wrong, this style of website. But it lists Governor Sununu as 5'7". That's obviously not correct.
No.
No,
that's not it.
He towers over everybody. He's a tall guy. I remember John Hopwood saying once that
his dad might be 5'7".
His dad might be 5'7" because his dad is not tall. But I remember John Hopwood telling me once he went to meet Governor Sununu. It might have been before he was governor. To interview him for something because, John's a journalist. And he remembers seeing Sununu coming up the elevator, and he was expecting, for whatever reason, John assumed that he was around the same size as his father was. And then he was shocked at how tall Chris Sununu actually turned out to be.
Must have got it from his mom's side.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, there's no way he's 5'7".
I'm just glad he's not like coming down with COVID.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm sad that he doesn't feel good. I'd like him to feel better, and I'd like him to reassess some of his positions.
Yeah, Kiss had to postpone their tour again. Another break in the tour. But Paul Stanley had COVID, and apparently he said he had a little bit of, they're fully vaccinated, but he said he had a little bit of a hard time with it. But he is almost 70, and now Gene Simmons also testing positive for COVID. He says he has mild symptoms, I guess, but...
like I've said before, I do not believe that anybody's going to go away without getting it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when you get it. And for me personally, I'm just glad to be vaccinated.
Yes, absolutely.
I had a great conversation with my doctor yesterday about the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just said, all right, talk to me about the vaccine. And he was really forthcoming, and he talked about how the way that the science is pointing, it's that our immune systems are responding to these vaccines, that getting the booster may actually be the final shot that we all need, that we may not have to have more in the future, and unless this disease stays active, because it should temper down with more people being vaccinated. And especially now that Pfizer's fully approved by the FDA, so a lot of people that were waiting for that to happen can. But here's the thing I don't get, Maddie. Why are you afraid of what you call as an experimental vaccine, even though it's not, but you're not afraid to put horse dewormer into your body? Because the last time I checked, I cannot remember for the life of me, or even once in my whole career, a human being coming in that was pooping worms.
I don't want to spend too much time on that specifically, except to say that there is a certain individual who has made frequent appearances in the last year on the Howard Stern show, who in fact does, and I'm not even going to say his name. It's something Ed. but yes. So
my.
Apparently,
you know of one.
Well,
Amazing.
It's only because I listen to Howard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
20 years, never saw that. Never heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't teach me anything like that in EMS school either.
There's one guy out there. Anyway,
one guy
at
with
least.
worms, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Don't do that. Parasites are bad.
Poor guy.
Parasites bad.
Oh, Kiss has a song called Parasite.
God.
Dirk Don is in the chat room. Dirk, of course, from Arrogant Media. And coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to have the Dirk's brand new album review.
Looking forward.
For this week. He reviewed the Sabaton album. I forget the name of the album now. But Dirk... I don't have it in front of me. I have the file ready to play. But anyway, that's coming up at the top of the hour. We've been getting a lot of very positive feedback on the new segment. So
I like it a lot. I really do.
And can I just say, by the way,
oh no,
this isn't going to be a long Crazy Joe update. There isn't much new, although there is something kind of fun you'll all find out about maybe later tonight after the show. But it's just kind of funny that in his videos, the Crazy Joe Video Chronicles, he talks about how, I got Dirk and Charles and everybody to harass Joe because I can't fight my own battles. The only reason we actually met Dirk Don because of Crazy Joe.
Right? That was the weirdest part about it, is this guy coming out of the woodwork that I've never heard of, didn't know who he was, and all of a sudden he's defending us.
Right, yeah.
Who's this dude? This is wild.
We met Dirk because of Crazy Joe, not we were already friends with Dirk, and then we said, hey, Dirk, we need you to fight Crazy Joe for us.
Maddie.
I mean, but I'm glad.
But Maddie, you're not being grateful.
That is one good thing. No, that's one good thing to come out of this.
You should send them flowers.
Send Crazy Joe flowers?
Yes, just say thank you.
Maybe I should. I do. I appreciate.
We've bring me flowers.
We've met some great people because of Crazy Joe.
This is true.
So hey,
this is very true.
Dirk.
A lot of other hosts that have very successful shows of their own.
That's right.
Oh,
absolutely. Unlike Crazy Joe, who has no success at all, really.
Well, he has no show at all. That is
true.
There's not even a demo.
That is true.
Or perhaps there is one if he can ever figure out how to email it.
Right.
Or to give a large file to someone else.
Yeah.
Not physically print it.
That's right.
I don't know what we could do to fix that problem, dear.
No. Rocky Huber joins us in the chat and says, what's up, everybody? Hello, Rocky. Eric Street, who is a top fan, says, I thought he was taller, referring to Governor Sununu. Nemi says maybe he wears lifts. Those would be some big lifts, but yeah, it's possible. Melanie La Liberty says, I think it's pretty crappy that rich countries have access to a third shot, while others who are still struggling to get access to the first dose like we somehow matter more. We're already Walgreens. Did you know this? Walgreens is already offering the third shot. If you apparently you go in with your vaccination card, and you have to, from what I read online, it sounds like you have to attest that you're eligible. So I assume you sign something that says, I hereby attest that I am eligible for this third shot, and that's it. So, which does open it up to people don't necessarily...
You don't have to bring in your vaccine card to show that you're 8 months out or something?
No, you do. From what I read, you do. You bring in your vaccine card, and you have to sign something attesting that you're eligible. So it's not like you have to have your doctor fill something out for you or anything like that.
Yep.
You tell Walgreens, and I assume you have to sign something official or official-ish.
Now, see, I had somebody who's a healthcare worker tell me that they were denied a third shot because the place told them that it wasn't available to just anyone that they wanted. You had to be somebody who was immunocompromised or on an immunocompromising medication, that you couldn't just go get it, even if you're in a medical field.
Well, from what I read
because they tried to, and it's been 8 months since their first.
Did they go to Walgreens though?
No. I think they went somewhere else.
From what I read online, and I don't know,
Walgreens?
I don't know if it's and I don't know if it's
that's a Trump deal.
I don't know if it's necessarily
a Trump little Walgreens deal, isn't it?
I don't know if it's necessarily national or if it's regional, but it sounded like you can go to any Walgreens and you just say I'm eligible, and you sign the thing, and you get your third shot.
Don't you remember that there were deals made with Walgreens and CVS ahead of all other pharmacies?
I'd kind of forgotten about all that, but
Which
you're
is
right.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Should be every pharmacy.
Yeah, I don't even know how that part works, or if that part even held up, or if everyone. I mean, once a vaccine became so widely available, I don't think any of that even mattered anymore. So I don't know. Nemi says all of the cooks slash chefs I know got out of the industry. Same with human social services. The exodus of talented, knowledgeable people, especially with our older population, we're screwed. Yeah, restaurants I know are having a terrible time hiring people.
Oh, yeah. People are having to close down because they're short-staffed.
Yes.
This is really an interesting time to be an employee.
Yeah.
You think about it right now. If you, and I think I don't know if I've said this on air, but I know you and I have talked about it. If there's something you've ever wanted to do in your life, a field that you've ever wanted to work in, like right now is the best time ever to go try and get like an entry-level position, get your foot in the door with a company. And I mean, these days you're limited only by your needs to sleep and eat to work as many hours as you'd like and make as much money as you want. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting time period. I can remember in the early 1990 or so, nobody was hiring. There weren't any jobs. There were hundreds of people applying for one job. This is just such a polar opposite. It's wild. And it's not where I would have thought we would have gone.
Me neither.
In this pandemic.
I think everyone's surprised. I think economists broadly, and of course, obviously, there's many different types of economists, but I think across the board, they're surprised.
Part of this, though, is from people who have attritioned out and just been like, I'm done.
Well, that's the thing. That's actually a big chunk of it. I heard somebody on Bloomberg was saying the other day that what people don't realize is, and we don't have precise numbers on this yet, but that the number of people who decided to retire earlier than they had planned because of the pandemic is much larger than people realize. And that's actually a big part, because people always say, oh, it's because people are just, people don't want to work. People are at home collecting unemployment and whatnot. And it's like, no, I mean, there's always some of that, but that's probably a very small slice of the pie. It's a lot of people just said, you know what? I'm going to retire early. Screw this. I don't want to get sick. If I can afford to retire now, I'm retiring now.
It's a great time to see about be an expat.
Yeah, well.
Seriously, I mean, there are more jobs available than human bodies wanting to take over. And some of it is the entrepreneurial spirit that exists now. People can be their own boss. They can do driving, they can do Uber, you can turn it on, turn it off. You can make your own hours. People are working from home now that used to go into an office. They're not commuting, so they're not eating out. They're not going to the eateries. They're not stopping at the CVS they usually stop for. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of that is down too. That this is a really interesting time, and what I can't figure out is how we're going to get out of it.
That part will shake out. I mean, the other thing that economists across the board, from what I've seen, seem to agree on is that will all level out. That is inevitable.
You're not going to get back the
take
people.
A little time.
You're not getting back the people that have just gone into retirement.
Right.
And people that have figured out how to be their own bosses, you're not getting them back.
But what is happening, which is, I think, a positive effect, is it is forcing some of these national chains that can afford to do it to start paying more. You know, we always hear about the Fight for 15 movement. Well, that's happening organically, just as, frankly, as someone who, I know everyone thinks I'm so liberal because of my disdain for Trump, but, you know, I've never been particularly fond of, I mean, I do think the minimum wage should be raised, but I've never supported Fight for 15 because I would prefer that the free market work that out. And guess what? The free market is working it out.
Look at what's happening right now. Dunkin' Donuts, I think, had a $250 sign-on bonus.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of companies have raised, what is it, Taco Bell? What was the sign that was outside of there? Was it like 13 or something an hour, 12, 13 an hour?
Yeah,
to work at a taco?
I don't remember. But
like all these different businesses have really not only upped their salaries. Oh, was it Walmart or one of the other chains?
I think Walmart's.
Is Walmart the one that was offering college?
Free college
Free
tuition.
college.
Yep.
Come work for us and we'll pay your tuition bill. I mean, oh my God.
That's a big deal.
Seriously, if you want to get, if your dream is to have a master's in teaching or you want to go into medical sciences or whatever, oh man, this is a great time. This really is. And they're not skimping on their benefit packages because they can't afford to.
Yeah.
They can't afford to. They got to be able to have something to bring to the table or they're not going to get you.
By the way, Kristen LaCoss, DJ Reckless is in the chat room and says, I heard T-Mobile is hiring. T-Mobile pays for college if you're in a corporate store. Oh, that's interesting.
That's really cool. I like businesses offering educational benefits.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, Maddie, it's Gary.
Hey, Gary. How are you?
Good. Hi, Jen.
Hi, sweetie.
How are you?
I am Ducky. How are you on this fine, wet day?
Living the dream.
Ah.
I'm sorry, Maddie. I have to say to her all the time because I just love to hear her voice.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
I won't take her away from you. I'm too old.
All right. I appreciate it.
Just keep making him have to push the envelope.
Yeah, a couple of things. I heard that Walgreens is paying all their people $15 an hour.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
good. Okay.
There's a bank. I was listening to one of the business reports. There's a bank. I can't remember what bank it was, but they're paying their people, like their tellers and everything, $18 an hour.
Then you get banker's hours.
There you go. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
There are a lot of opportunities.
Those are the people. Those are the places I heard that they're pumping some money into them and stuff like that. Because some of I've dealt with some people because I used to work for America's Most Convenient Bank. So, I listened to some of the tellers, and I've watched them, and some of them are they're so sweet people, and they go through a class about how when you get when they rob a bank, and you see some of them, and they're really nervous, when they hear about, they do that. I said, yeah, they do that. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But with a lot of the technology now, it's there's a camera everywhere, so you could go in and get your portfolio done if you were a model or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could walk in and they take so many pictures, everywhere in there, and their cameras are really good. I've talked to security guys; they're not like the old VHS tapes. They're really they're right on.
Yeah.
They'll pick out a tattoo of an eardrop or a teardrop on your eye. That's how good they are. So
yeah.
But just things like that. The people they go through a lot. Those people go through a lot. And I respect them.
And they
I respect anybody that can do stuff like that.
And they gotta handle all that grimy, dirty money all day.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
No
another
gloves.
thing. I heard you complaining you got a hat from Jenny. When my ex-wife went to Singapore,
Wasn't
all
complaining.
I got when she came back was a box of chocolates from one of the duty shops.
Oh, well, no.
So I would have been real impressed with a hat.
Well, no, I love
know?
I love my hat. It's just when she first got it for me, I couldn't wear it because
2 years ago.
my hair was really long at the time, and
Took 2 years.
it's got Velcro. So when I tried to put it on, the
Yeah,
Velcro
okay,
got
don't
caught.
complain about the hair. I have none, so
Well, all right.
Have you seen under the hat?
I still,
remember,
I still got plenty.
remember when you start losing all your hair, Matt.
Mhm.
Okay, remember, bald men are very sexy and handsome.
Well,
This is very true.
that actually is true because
is very
That's what I was told, but
do you know why?
I'm still single. So
Do you know why that is, Gary? Because so subconsciously women perceive baldness as a sign of virility because because it's testosterone that causes you to lose your hair.
And you don't need a flashlight
That's
when you're
the
out
story,
at night
huh?
in the moon.
No, it's true.
Right.
If you look at
Because your head shines right off the moon, and you don't need they don't need to have a flashlight when it's dark.
That was my dad.
if you look at surveys of what turns off women about men, you'll never see baldness on the list.
No.
Yeah. So that's why John.
Yeah, I had a
Beautiful.
friend. One of my friends, she passed away about 3 or 4 years ago before I was done work, and she passed away of cancer. And she was a sweetheart. She had, she had this really smart mouth, which I loved.
Yeah.
Because we would tell jokes and everything like that. And if she would have went to HR would have told her, no, that's not nice. But we used to have fun.
Yeah.
And I found out she had cancer. And I didn't see her for a while, and then she was in the hospital, so I gave her a card. And I said on the card, I said, I miss you and everything, but keep this in mind. They say that bald-headed men are sexy, but do you know something? Bald-headed women are more sexier.
Oh.
And she laughed because she had, she had so much chemo, right? She was afraid.
Yeah.
But she laughed. And that was like one of her last things I heard from her.
Oh God.
That she laughed about that, and she she had passed away 2 days later. But it was so sweet. She said it just pumped her up because she said and she had real nice curly hair, and I used to make fun of her. I said, well, you're having a bad hair day, huh? But I'd always pay compliments like that to bald-headed women. I saw one. She was really cute, I said, wow. I said, don't take this the wrong way. And I always say that before people get mad at me and want to throw something at me or shoot me, I said, man, I love your head. You got a nice haircut, but
you must like
that's just me. I like to make people laugh and be happy.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You must like Grace Jones. But somebody here wanted to say hello to you.
Hey, Gary, it's Gonzo. How you been, buddy?
Oh, you.
Oh,
Hi.
how you doing,
Hello,
man?
Michael.
I'm good.
How
you doing? Good.
How's Micah?
Hey, Micah's doing good, man. He's 2 and being a 2-year-old, and we just.
Oh yeah, I know what 2 years olds are like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to hear from you.
Yeah, I just want to say hi to you.
I've been trying. I wanted to go downtown and see you do some painting.
Yeah.
And then bring my can of spray paint and spray over it, but
yeah.
I can't afford it. So.
You can use one of mine.
But but yeah, it's nice to hear from you. And
yeah.
So what's the new one? Have you heard?
I did. So
male or female?
I went to the thing yesterday in Bedford, and we found out we're having a girl.
Oh,
congratulations!
Congratulations!
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah, I got a picture of her. She's
Congratulations! And you know what
They
a
all
nice
look like
name would
aliens
be
in
for her?
Yeah.
We're gonna call her Liberty. So Libby.
No, you got to call her Jenny.
No. There's already a Jenny out there.
You got to call her Jenny. Jenny's a beautiful name.
Nah.
No, we're excited about Liberty.
I like that.
Liberty.
Yeah.
You should be.
Wow.
You should be excited for Liberty, Gonzo.
And we're gonna go Liberty,
Yeah.
Liberty.
Don't you do that
Well,
to that child.
congratulations. You're going to be a daddy of a girl.
Yeah.
May I say, good luck?
Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine? There's a term for that, right?
But
When you
just
have a
think,
boy and a girl.
You know,
it's
just
like,
think, Maddie. Maddie, just think of him. Rolling that stroller with the little girl in the little pink puffy dress and the
Smoking
little
a
puffy
butt.
hat, and
Yeah.
looking so sweet and calling her daddy, daddy, love you.
Well,
have fun.
Look what you got to look forward to.
I have no paternal instinct whatsoever. My lack of interest in ever having children is unparalleled.
And then when she gets to be, about 15, 16, and she tells you it's my life, and the doorbell rings, and somebody that looks like you walks to the door and says, "Hey, I'm here to date your daughter."
Mark from
What
Roseanne.
do you do?
That all sounds awful.
But again, congratulations.
Everything about fatherhood
a
sounds
little girl.
awful to me.
Wow.
But I'm happy for
a
you,
little
Gonzo.
girl, little boy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
like it
that is so
reverses.
cool.
Like the first 12 years of raising a girl is like the best, and then it gets really turmoil.
Dicey.
Well,
But the boy is like the first
but
12 years,
you're gonna be
and then you
daddy's.
become friends.
You're going to be daddy's little girl. She's going to be your.
I'm not gonna be.
You're a little huggy and you're a little squeezy, and you're always going to be worried about because that's daddy's little girl.
Gary,
Daddy's
you'll
little
always
girl,
be
and you're
daddy's
always
little
gonna,
girl to me.
Not that you won't love Micah, and
Oy
But-
vey.
and a man, daddy's little girl, daddy's little girl,
Yeah.
because she'll always be there, and she'll bat those eyes, and she'll say, "I'm sorry, Daddy." Even when she blows up the house.
This is getting weird.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Daddy.
becoming increasingly uncomfortable as I'm reminded of why I am so glad never to have children.
I'm sorry, Maddie.
Yeah.
Check
I'm
out.
sorry.
Quite all right.
I was
Quite all
gonna
right.
show you
No,
a picture, but not
It's
now.
great.
A little.
It's great. I feel
Yeah.
when people have, they're allowed. We couldn't have children, so when I hear you guys, man, it just makes my heart.
Oh, I'm
makes my heart
sticking
happy
threes from
that,
deep right now. Who would
But
have thought?
Jenny has a child. She has Maddie. She has to take care of Maddie.
Oh, there's that. Yeah.
Hmm.
And 2 cats.
That's her little boy.
That's-
And
that's
Christian.
Jenny's little boy.
And Christian.
I got a full house.
Yeah.
I'm good.
See.
Christian's your little
Yeah.
girl.
All right, well, I'll let you go.
All right, Gary.
And
used
man,
to think I
it's
wanted a
nice
daughter.
to talk to all of you. I love you all. Love you all. You just make my day.
All right,
So-
Gary. Well, we love you, man.
And-
Thank you.
And Michael, God bless you with your kids.
I love you.
All right, thanks, Gary. All right, now that Gonzo is here, by the way, we need to do this right.
Yeah. Having a girl just found out yesterday. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for all the things that she's gonna want. I hope she doesn't wear something that flaunts. Cover yourself up. Your daddy's little girl, 'cause Gary said so.
Oh, stop.
Wow.
Me and Gary have long talks,
I was not expecting. I'm sorry. We can't just gloss over the fact that you just freestyle rapped on
I
the
just
show.
spit 6 bars.
You did. Where did John Hopwood go with the bathroom key? I'm
I don't know.
a little bit
Maybe he
concerned.
fell in.
He's frisky
Maybe.
today.
Well, if he went into the wrong one, there's no toilet seat, so he might have.
Right.
He could have fallen in.
Is he planning to join us?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
go throw him a rope.
Because I'm getting the vibe that he just wanted to use the bathroom on this floor.
I mean, I've done that to him before, so it wouldn't surprise me. But
Yes, this is something that you do to each
people
other.
love John Hopwood, though. So
People do love John Hopwood.
Poppy.
I hope he's going to be joining us because there's someone in the chat room who I know is dying to see him.
don't turn your back on the wolf pack.
By the way, Andrew is in the chat room from Tomorrow Radio in Ireland. Hello. Let me know if you got that message I sent you, by the way, Andrew, because that was important about Monday, because we're not going to be here Monday. Also,
Yeah, it's not a holiday in Ireland.
no. Also, there is looks like another fight has broken out in the chat room between
What?
Christian and Stacy Lawton. They're
What?
going at it in there. So,
How did I miss
why
this?
do you sound surprised?
Hey, Andrew, I'm having a daughter.
Oh, no. Don't do that. I don't want to get dropped by the radio
You
station.
can do that one. You can do that one.
Get us kicked off
think
for tomorrow.
I think that's probably fine. Tom Blanchard is also in the chat room. Hello, Tom. Let's see.
My.
And Chris Wheeler St. Sir, is that how you say that? Is in the chat room as well.
We're supposed to have Stacey Lawton on Ward 13 today, and she bailed on us.
Well,
I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you guys don't do that.
Dealing with a lot, but we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
It's Easy G.
Easy G, Eric Gagnon. How are you? What did you think?
That last phone call, boy, I'm not the only one who was feeling kind of uncomfortable at the end.
A little too much, Daddy. That's all right, though. We love Gary.
Yeah, congratulations, Gonzo. Wow.
What did you think of Gonzo's freestyle rap?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's pretty good, yeah. Have you done that for Micah?
No. Don't talk about
I don't know if he would like that. But anyways, it's funny. I had to call some security officer earlier. Had a question, Matt, and he said, check out the website, Does anybody do that anymore? Apparently they do. Oh, my God.
A lot of people still do that. It's awful.
Hang on. So for anyone who doesn't know what Eric is talking about, or Eric, maybe you didn't realize, and this is a coincidence, an enormous pet peeve that I have and have had for about maybe a decade and a half now. It makes me insane whenever somebody says, okay, well, the website is www. Don't do that. There's no reason to tell me the W's. I'm not using Windows 95
no security
browser.
office, oh my God.
It makes me crazy. And the worst thing is when I hear it in a radio advertisement for something. It's like, what? Okay,
I haven't heard that in a long time.
You should know better.
I like saying HTTP :
Well,
don't even.
Hey, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right, I guess.
Yeah, if you can do it.
This is
in
true.
for a penny, in for a dollar.
Yeah.
Even us old
it's funny you
folks
should
can
mention that
change with the
because
times.
when Katie Dobbins, great job there if you're listening on Monday. But anyways, when she was doing her show there a while back, there was a long website, and I said, "Boy, Katie, is there a shorter one?" And she alerted me of an easier because the website to get the tickets for her show there a while back was so long that, and if I announced it on the radio, that nobody would even understand what the hell I was saying.
Why are you swearing, Eric?
What did you say?
Oh, heck.
No.
It was a website for Katie Dobbins tickets a while back for her first show in a long time.
Yeah.
And the website was to get it was just ridiculously long, so I reached out to her and she gave me a website that you get tickets from her. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Was it long?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm on the radio and I just.
It's like Monday
my
all
words,
over
and
again.
there's no way I could get all that out. It's always saying, "What the heck is he talking about?"
Say what?
Was it long because she was including the HTTP : /
I don't know, but I just remember
For all
it was
intents
super
purposes.
long.
Oh, that one bothers me
Yeah,
too.
I know.
People want things easy,
Ooh.
easy, but they don't want to listen to a long website.
Or
Well, no.
People, including me, people have short attention spans.
I didn't know that about you.
Eric.
Yeah, well, including a lot of people that have short attention spans. But anyways.
Sure.
Oh yeah, one last thing I want to get out in the world of wrestling. I hear that Goldberg got injured in his last match at SummerSlam.
Well, I thought was
The
that
WWE,
legitimate?
WWE's, says, well, maybe we should promote him for the Saudi Arabia event next month. I'm not a big favor of them going to Saudi Arabia because of what they don't. I don't like what things go on down there. Look at that reporter that got chopped up there. Not to bring up bad news, but I should do that stuff.
Jamal
They
Khashoggi.
just have a.
What about
I don't think
Goldberg?
the WWE should go down there. But anyways, they said maybe we shouldn't. Sorry about that. If anybody's listening, I shouldn't have mentioned that. But anyways, the
Huh?
yeah, Goldberg in fighting the Almighty again. I mean, Goldberg's he's injured now. Just let him go away. He's too old.
Make it stop.
Yo, I don't know if you listened to the morning show Monday, but Eric
I did.
finished the show.
I was there.
You were there, yes. Peter just said, "Go ahead, show's yours." And normally, there's 3 minutes left when he does that. There's 17 minutes left.
Yeah.
They cut the show short, 15 minutes. But hey, it's Peter White's show, so he decided to kill the show, and that's okay. Because you guys came on the air, you're wondering why you were so short because he cut out. They said, "Okay, it's time to close the
Just
show."
'cause I'm vertically,
People were turning
vertically
the
challenged.
channel.
You don't have to bring that up.
Are you taking diet
Are
pills?
you on drugs again?
Yeah, what's
No.
Ritalin?
But anyways,
No,
the
painkillers.
Oh.
yeah, there were a couple of years ago. Matt and Jenny went.
Ritalin
The last time who knows? They'll get together again. Shawn Michaels, Triple H. I think wrestled the Undertaker a couple of years ago in Saudi Arabia, and they got some other old guy, and they both got injured.
You drink
Triple H and
coffee,
Shawn Michaels
Easy?
got injured, and you haven't seen them in the ring since.
You're not supposed to crush
And there comes a time where you just can't do it anymore. It doesn't matter what age you are, but especially when you're older, that you get hurt, and it's like, why should the WWE or anybody, AEW, promote old guys when they should be promoting the young guys, like Baylor, Finn Baylor this Friday faced the head of the table. They should promote the young guys.
I
Because
do.
there's a couple of days, these old guys can't do it no more. I mean, Undertaker, he had a great run, but he really can't wrestle anymore.
Maddie, help!
The Rock wants to come back, but I don't know if it's in his contract that he can't wrestle because they're worried about he might get hurt.
Oh, God.
I mean, there comes a time you got to promote the young guys.
Hoppy, help me.
Well, I think, by the way, Eric.
Wait, I didn't hear a thing. Can you repeat that whole thing, please?
Stop it.
Yeah, say that all again if you could. Because
You're awful.
WWE's got to promote the young guys. They're saying that forever.
Because John Hopwood is here now. We want to make sure that he hears all of your wit and wisdom.
John Cena, another guy that needs to go away. He's just too old.
Yeah.
He can't do it no more.
He's younger than you are.
He's only 44. John Cena? He's not that old.
He's hot, too.
Yeah, but he just can't do it in the ring anymore. The head of the table is crushing.
According to Easy, everybody over 40 is too old.
I know.
He's over 40.
Yeah.
No, but the wrestling world, they always want to promote the old guys, the part-timer. Oh, yeah, Brock Lesnar, he's only going to wrestle like a couple of times the next year or so. He always comes back, and he's always a very part-timer. But of course, he makes
get a hairball?
more money than probably anybody.
You might be right about the Ritalin.
People say he fills the ring up with a lot of fans.
Easy, are you drinking coffee these days?
Brock Lesnar.
Well, we have an important question in the Facebook live
He's taking
chat.
horse dewormer.
Right.
We have an important question, Eric. Scott Robinson says, what about the Hulkster? When's he coming back?
I don't more
yeah, he's
Scott.
all done. I don't think they even want to show him on the TV anymore because the last time he was there,
He just gave
of course, they have the right to do this. When they introduced the WrestleMania
Robinson.
with the other fella, they went, boo. I don't think anybody likes him
Gonzo,
anymore.
don't leave me.
He's
Too many scandals.
Right. Well, he is the Hulkster.
I mean,
He made that
used to be a big name in
god-awful
wrestling,
movie.
obviously.
What was
the
it
biggest
called?
name. It
No
was the main
Holds
event in the
Barred.
first 8
Oh, my
WrestleMania.
God.
But that was like 100
Remember
years ago.
Siskel
People
and
loved him, now
Ebert?
they hate him.
They couldn't believe how bad it was.
Hey, Easy, do you drink coffee now?
Hey. What?
No, he
coffee
drinks
now?
chicory. Chicory.
Do I drink coffee?
Chicory.
Yeah.
You don't know
No,
what
I never
chicory
drink any
is?
coffee.
Doesn't agree with him.
It's a coffee
So it's not
substitute
coffee,
popular in the
Gonzo.
South.
Red
I
Bull.
never drink coffee. I don't like it. I
'Cause
try
it's
to
cheap.
watch
Red Bull?
You drinking
Red
Red
Bull?
Bull?
He's full
No,
of
none
bull.
of that stuff. That's loaded with caffeine. I can't have any caffeine.
Yeah, you shouldn't have caffeine.
You should hang up.
But anyways, I rambled on long enough. I'm going to let you go. Then a lot of the listeners
He'll
probably
call
turn the
back
channel,
at 5
so
o'clock.
I'll hang up now. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Eric.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Easy G. Eric Gagnon leaves
Wow.
us. And, got to do this right because Mr. Hopwood is in the house.
Oh, you usually don't come in at this point. Number one song. Their last number one.
And don't you agree? Smoking guns are hot to the touch, and they would cool down if we didn't use them so much?
Oh, yeah, when I was in the Army at Fort Meade, where NSA is, I was the training NCO, and I took the kids out to, qualify on their M16s. And there's something called a cook-off, because they get hot, and then,
Yeah.
they have fire. I was just waiting to get, shot in the back. Not by somebody that didn't like me.
Right.
Because I didn't have anybody that didn't.
Friendly
It just
fire.
happens,
Yeah, of course.
It does, cook-offs.
Wow.
Yeah,
They need a better
weapons get
term for
awful
that.
hot. Particularly when you have to qualify, you got to fire 30 shots. Not all at once, but
Sure. Well, what we will do is we are approaching the top of the hour.
we are.
We are. So I want to get to our weekly segment, Dirk Dawn. This week he reviewed the new Sabaton release. And this is really good stuff. Very popular segment on the show that we do now on Wednesdays. So let's do that. We'll listen to Dirk's album review, and then we will come back Well, first we'll do that, then we'll show some love to our sponsors, and then we will be
Love.
back with our love.
Love.
And then we will come back with our number 2, Matt Connarton Unleashed. There is plenty more to come. Don't go away.
Power metal is some of the most absolute fun as far as subgenres are concerned. Most bands in this field will write about a book that they read, from science fiction to fantasy, or they'll even have their own characters and lore to sing about. But then you have that guy in the classroom who does very well in the history courses and seems to have a bit of an obsession wherever there's discussion of war. Enter the Swedish metal band Sabaton. These men are modern bards, telling the tales of historic battles from the end of the soldiers that they are writing about. Each album is not just a collection of military songs, they're history lessons that praise the strength and courage that real people had to endure in combat, along with incredible structures like in their song Bismarck, detailing what they refer to as the terror of the seas, as it was made by the Germans for domination of the oceans. I had a hard time figuring out which album to review for this week and settled on 2016's The Last Stand, which contains some absolute fan favorites. With the music written mostly by Joakim Roden and Par Sundström, these men are complete history nerds whose mission is not to glorify war, but instead to help preservation of history immortalized in recordings. Through upbeat guitar riffs, wonderfully cheesy synths, a commanding voice, and powerful drums with a snare that can bring a marching beat, it's no question as to how Sabaton got so big. The Last Stand is an example of what they do best. The album starts with the thunderous Sparta, telling the story of the Battle of Thermopylae, as some might recognize it as the Spartans taking a stand against the Persian invaders, told hyperbolically through Frank Miller's 300. The second song, Last Dying Breath, continues the momentum that the listener will feel throughout the album, but then the bagpipes are such a welcomed feeling through Blood of Bannockburn, detailing the 1314 victory of Robert the Bruce's Scottish army.
Rally all the clans, Englishmen the bands, Blood of Bannockburn, point of no return. Join the Scottish Revolution, freedom must be won by blood. Now we call for revolution, lay them fights and cry.
As you can tell, The Last Stand does not only tell tales of one certain culture through history. However, there is a common theme in some of the songs, perpetuated through the song of the outnumbered samurai fighting against the Imperial Japanese Army, Shiroyama.
Imperial force the fire, facing 500 samurai. Surrounded and outnumbered, takes it to one, the sword takes a gun.
One of the fastest songs on the album is Hill 3234, with the drumming leading the rest of the instruments through the Battle of the Middle East.
Hold your ground when you fight to those who fight. That is waiting on the hill. No surrender, shoot to kill. You have to hold your ground. Kill the warrior in your sight. That is waiting on the hill. No surrender, shoot to kill.
As mentioned before, this album contains a collection of songs that are fan favorites, and the very song that led me to deciding to pick the album for review was one of my personal favorites, The Last Stand. A song so powerful, and bringing a chorus that will stick with you after you first listen. The audience erupts as Sabaton performs it live. Hearing Joakim singing Thy Will Be Done can bring the adrenaline soaring. And if there was a magnum opus for Sabaton, it absolutely is this song. Sabaton is wonderful, whether or not you're a history buff like they are, and a simple listen to them can lead you into a rabbit hole of stories involving real heroes. The Last Stand is just one example of what Sabaton is capable of, and they have been consistent in their subject matter and songwriting. Do not just stop at listening to The Last Stand. From Heroes to Primo Victoria to The Great War and the upcoming album, The War to End All Wars, a concept album bringing stories from World War I. There is so much to explore, and I encourage you to do so. This review is presented to you by Matt Connarton Unleashed, which you can listen to through WMNH Radio, Matt Connarton Unleashed on Facebook, and IPMNation.com. Do you have an album suggestion? Let Matt or myself know.
Oh, about 7 or 8 inches.
Welcome back, everybody. We are into hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed. And we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. And on the Facebook, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And, of course, you can go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online and Tomorrow Radio. Jenny is at the news desk.
I am.
Yes. And John Hopwood is here in the corner, hanging out with the giant cardboard Peter Whitehead.
There. And I think Gonzo is taking off, Ubered himself home, because I accepted the invitation to go to dinner that his wife extended me.
So his wife invited you to dinner, and he's trying to get out of bringing you to dinner? Is that
Well, I'm driving. I picked him up at his house.
So you think he ran home ahead of you to what? Lock the doors to keep you out?
Probably, because he took his, backpack.
He did take his backpack.
It's very confusing. You and Gonzo have a unique dynamic.
Well, it's like father and son.
Is it?
I didn't have any children.
Right. We were talking about that earlier. Isn't it nice not to have any children?
I know. I always wanted to be a father.
Really? Not me. No. Not me. I remember when I was like 17 and I felt at the time I never wanted children. And people would say to me, well, Matt, of course you don't now. You'll change your mind when you're older. You're not supposed to want kids now. And I never changed my mind. And I remember at the time saying, I think I just know this about myself.
Well, I got hit by a massive dose of radiation and I'm almost sterile, so no accidents to report.
Right.
And then any woman I love, I'll drive away because, they must be insane to begin with.
I'm going to shut your mic off just for a second. I'm trying to figure something out. Check. That is what's causing it.
What's causing it?
Do you hear that sound?
I have allergies.
What sound?
No, it's not you. I think it's just the rain from the window.
Oh.
I don't hear any sound.
Would you do me a favor and shut that window? And, sorry. Here, let me turn that mic off while I do that. Because I feel like it's...
Don't take it.
It's got to be...
Don't do it, John.
Oh, you see Gonzo out there?
No, he's not there.
He's not there? Oh, wow. All right, John is...
No, he came back. He did not abandon you.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
You didn't abandon Hoppy.
All right. Thank you for doing that, John.
I told... Oh.
That is better.
See?
Was my mic on?
Your glass needs to be half full, not empty.
I told him, messaged him, that I'm coming to his house anyway, so he probably came back.
I blocked you.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I can't hear myself.
Well, turn up your headphones.
Honey, Hoppy's coming for dinner.
Well,
Wow.
I'm just going to say hello.
Oh.
Have a glass of that nice wine that you drank before the
Pinot
show.
Noir.
We have a...
Pinot Noir.
We have a
One
call.
of my personal favorites.
Hi, welcome to Matt
Yeah.
Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hello there,
Christian.
guys.
Hey,
What do you
Christian.
mean you have no kids?
Oh.
Oh.
See, as Gonzo's my
Last I knew I
surrogate
was
son.
adopted.
Ooh.
Yeah, aren't you Christian's adopted
I don't
I'm not
think
adopted
so.
grandson. No, he's my genetic grandson, but we just happen to find
I
each other.
disowned John a long time ago.
Well, people often do disown their genetic parents, and
You look
it's
alike.
good cause.
They look exactly alike.
Yeah,
Well,
Last
it
I
took a
heard,
couple
Matt, you
generations
said-
for the
Matt,
height.
Matt. Last I heard, you said you adopted me.
I did hear that. He did say
no,
that
I
on
think,
the Charles Richardson show.
I think Jenny said that.
Nope, Maddie, you did.
Let's
No,
make it
Matt,
official.
I have a whole clip of you saying.
Well, perhaps I did.
Wouldn't you like to
Therefore,
be?
you do have a child.
Oh well, but
I'm
you're
your child, and now you're stuck with me.
a fully you're a grown man. You're a grown man there, son.
Grown, yeah, man. I don't know.
Oh well. Yeah.
You said it.
You've got a big week this week.
5 shows, 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah, you should plug
Crazy.
that. Tell everybody.
I'm at Central Ale House tonight from 9 to 1. Soho Bistro and Lounge College night tomorrow night. Soho's Ladies night Friday night, and Soho Saturday night, and then the White Party.
Is that just
Sunday
for
night.
Caucasians?
Yeah, you
I
should.
think.
Yeah, you should clarify the white party for anyone who
All right,
doesn't know.
before you dress up in all
Sounds
white.
fascist.
I think it's
Okay.
entire.
I
Don't
think
call
we
me
need a
racist.
better name for this thing.
No, you go in California. That's
This
people
ain't
in California,
California,
know
son.
What this is.
Yeah, white parties have existed for a long time.
Sounds
Sure.
like an antebellum thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
it
Like
does,
it
it
does. It sounds
does.
wrong.
No, everybody.
Shameful.
Everybody wears white. Now,
Anybody can go.
I'm offended.
anybody can go, of course. Now, are
As
you?
somebody of pink,
Oh, you are.
Some cultures consider the color white for burials.
Oh,
they do that. They do.
Yes.
now are you? Are you not allowed in if you're not wearing white? How does that work? Like what happens
Off-white.
if someone shows up? Yeah, with
Off-white.
off white. What happens?
A cup
I
of gray.
probably they're not going to turn you away.
Oh, that's a big relief.
Wait, can you have a white party after Labor Day though?
Oh, yeah.
You're not supposed to wear white
Theoretically,
shoes.
it's not after Labor Day.
You gotta wear seersucker.
That's right.
Oh, it's not after Labor Day.
That's right.
Okay.
The day before Labor Day.
Oh.
Do those rules even apply anymore?
You can't wear white
anybody
shoes or a
can.
brown
Can't.
suit after Labor Day.
You cannot.
I will do whatever I want to. So there.
You can't.
But John points out it's just shoes. That was you, right? Who said
White
that? It's
shoes
just-
or a brown suit. But that was, up through the 50s in old New York,
Oh,
which was
okay.
the set
now.
all the,
All right.
fashion standards.
All right.
Who wears a brown suit these days? Who wears a suit? Andy Sylvia was wearing one, but,
Not, yeah,
I
well,
used to. I don't wear those things anymore.
I can't fit into my suits.
Suits. Wear
Yeah,
suits.
I'm not.
That's right.
Not a fan of that.
That's
You
right.
barely catch me in a suit. I
Yeah.
think, Jenny, that was the first date. The other day was the first day you saw me ever dressed up.
You look
And that
very
was for my friend's
sharp. You
grand
were a
opening.
sharp dressed man.
For his baptism?
Oh, that ain't nothing. That
He
ain't
had a
nothing. I'm
datey
going
date.
to drop $300-something dollars
He had
Did he
a
date?
date with this
suit.
girl.
Nice.
Friday.
Oysters.
Oysters?
I don't know. They went to Soho.
Huh?
If you're dropping
Where is
300,
Soho outside of London? Is that? Tell us where
No.
Soho is.
That's
It's a
the-
club, right?
It's the new Soho Bistro. It's where what
Oh,
was
wow.
it? Where,
Whiskey's.
where Whiskey's was. Yeah.
ladies'
okay.
night.
On Old Granite Street.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Right downtown.
Very high class. It's a very high class venue now. They've really turned things around there. It's a really good place too. Really good food.
Would they allow Gonzo in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Covered with paint?
Yes.
No.
Not at the white party certainly because you'd be covered in paint unless
He-
it was white paint.
He eats at the Chop House because he's so successful now.
Being
Oh.
covered in paint is a sign of happiness.
Yeah, I grabbed lunch at the Chop House, $80.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
No, it's cheap.
Wow.
What are we
Wow.
having for dinner tonight?
Tonight?
We're having ramen noodles.
Hey,
Ramen noodles?
that's up my
Not at
alley.
our house.
Wow.
Christian, what'd you spend $300 on a date?
Huh?
300
I'm
bucks?
spending $300 on clothes.
Back page?
What?
How do you spend $300 on a date if it's not like
Back page.
a
Back
lady of
page
the night?
no longer exists.
Okay, John.
I don't
you
even
would
know what that
not-
I
means.
know.
John,
I'm not
sorry.
spending $300 on a date. I'm spending $300 on clothes so I can look good
Oh.
and also have the clothes for other occasions.
Oh.
He's gonna put on the big boy clothes now. No more holy jeans.
You save the tag.
Hey, you leave my holy jeans alone. Sorry, I came from DJing ghetto venues. My bad.
Oh,
We don't say ghetto.
Terrible.
We don't say that word.
Terrible.
Venue.
Man, I can't even play
We
rap
live
music
in the
no
ghetto.
more.
Well, it is a French. It's French.
And I love
word.
it.
Well, what are you playing?
But it's venue.
What
Venue.
I'm playing a lot of top 40. I am still playing hip hop. I'm playing less. I'm not playing hard rap.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Well, good.
taking it easy on the rap side of things.
Yes. Well, it is a bistro after all.
Mm-hmm. You play Informer by
I don't know
Snow?
what to call it at night, but
Mm.
Bistro being a Russian word for quick or fast.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Comes from the
man, it's
post-Napoleon
just a walking
Russian
encyclopedia.
occupation of Paris.
It's awful.
Walking encyclopedia that lost at trivia.
We all did.
Wow, how's that happen?
Janny's Juggernaut's lost.
That's
yeah,
true.
we put that.
We
to
didn't
bed.
get that DNA question.
There
No,
was,
we didn't.
There were no winners.
It was terrible.
Hey,
Well, there was some winners, and it wasn't us.
Leave it to
we went
other-
from number 3 to like, let's not get into that.
So, Matt, John's trying to take a selfie on panoramic view.
No, I'm trying to take a picture of that cat up there.
Oh.
You're trying to take a
He'll
picture
figure
of
it
a
out.
cat?
He'll
Yeah,
figure
that's
it
a
out.
cool little picture.
All right.
Oh,
anything
okay.
anything you wanted to add, Christian?
Squirrel.
Yeah, T-Mobile has some great promotions going on.
Uh-huh.
If you guys would like to come down,
Do you get money from them?
That's
for it?
lowbrow.
beginning of the
We
month,
don't.
you know.
But is he holding out on you?
He works there.
Oh, he does.
He works at T-Mobile. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't tell too many
He pays
people
his
that'll
bills
lose my
on
job.
time.
Can you get what's an iPhone? Do they have any deals on iPhones?
Yeah, just message me on that one.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Christian, I got a question.
Oh, no.
Can you help me update my contact list?
Wait, can you help me with my
Sorry,
password?
now you gotta call customer care.
Can you
for
help
that
me
one.
put my ugly face on
Need a new
video?
Oh. All right, Christian. All right. Thank you for the call.
All right, thank you.
All right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
All right.
no.
You know, Kristen is
Happy
a
unbirthday.
Kristen is a chip off the Yablokos, which
Yeah?
is a Russian word meaning apple
Oh.
or testicles.
Oh, okay.
Or testicles?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
The Russian word for apple and testicles is one and the same.
Well, yeah, it's
How
slang.
interesting.
All right.
Let's not get into a black suitcase, man.
Well, hello.
I almost
to,
got in trouble for that.
Hello to Miriam Banish in the Facebook live chat.
Johnny
Also,
Atrimadon.
Tom Blanchard. Dirk Don says, be careful about mentioning where you work when you have an online presence like Christian and I do. Yeah, that's true. You do have to be careful about
We didn't
that
say what
kind
location.
that kind of thing, but,
You know how many T-Mobiles there are?
keep it within reason. Although he is
Just
promoting,
in the city?
although he is promoting the company when he, when he talks about that, getting some advertising for them, so they may appreciate it.
He's
Depends
trying to
on-
bring in some customers and for himself too. and
Yeah.
establish himself as a very good salesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonzo, where do you work nowadays?
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
In the back,
already
your
did that.
backyard?
Your job there is done.
Where am I working? Yo, this is the dream, bro.
No, where do you work? Do you have a home shop?
I work. I just paint
But where? Do you have your own studio?
wherever I
your
want.
house?
Wherever I want, John.
Well, I know. I've seen you
Right
painting
now, I
out
paint
here.
in the backyard, so I don't get fumes all over the place. You know.
Cool.
But once it gets cold, I'll paint in the backyard.
Okay.
There you go.
Painters
go.
paint. Painters paint.
Well, if you'd like to join us, 603-250-6007 is the number, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat, but the best thing to do is give us a call at 603-250-6007. By the way, news just
Dulcet
broke.
tones.
Dulcet tones.
You having a fit, Gonzo?
I love dulcet tones.
Yes.
He's just uptight because I'm going to meet his wife.
He looks like he's having a seizure.
She has a thing for like garden gnomes, so you know.
Oh, so she's gonna be all over you like a wet noodle.
All I need is one of those like cocked hats. Is that what they call it?
What kind of hat?
That Mike Dukakis used to wear.
I don't know, but your shoes were once white, I assume.
Those aren't white.
How dare you?
There's some breaking news, by the way. A student has been killed in a North Carolina high school shooting, and the suspect is at large. Apparently, this literally just happened.
Well, I hate to say this, but that's so commonplace in America now.
Yeah, I know. I know
It's
what
like
you mean.
when
Yeah.
you're saying that, you don't
It's-
even get shocked anymore.
It's not. No, that's true.
I was the neighbor of Sandy Hook Village, which is right
Yep.
next to my town. But I really don't want to talk about that.
It's a shame
Yeah.
that it's old hat at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
even
no, you're right. I mean, there is a sense of it's kind of like, oh, another one, but it's not that. It's not something you're necessarily shocked by. Just more of just a feeling of, oh, again.
Violence in schools is never going to end. When I
Yeah.
was in junior high. It was junior high. I was an 8th grade student, and there was another young woman going to the school that didn't like me. And I get called to the office, and my dad's there, and come to find out, the girl had brought a knife to school and was planning on stabbing me, showed it to somebody else in the bathroom, who then tattled and stopped it from happening. And that was quite a while ago. Quite a
Snitches.
while ago. And anyway, there's always going to be violence, and unfortunately, I don't see a way out of that. Just look
Snitches
around you.
save stitches in that.
Oh, get
case.
out of here. Oh, so it would have been better if I gotten stabbed then.
No, snitches
Thanks, Gonzo.
saved you stitches.
Right. See what he did with it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like that. No.
Yeah.
I think it's responsibility.
I think it's good to snitch when
He's
someone
against
throws it.
he's against tattletales.
No, I think it's good
Even
that
though he is
girl
a
saved your
tattletale.
life.
See what I'm putting
Yeah.
up with?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wait,
he's a tattletale.
Was she really going to do it, though? That's the thing.
Mm,
If she's showing, she wants to get caught, I think.
I actually think she would
Maybe.
have,
Yeah.
actually.
wow.
Well,
It
on
was pretty messed up.
on the street,
Why
if you
didn't she
have a
like you?
gun.
I'm not quite sure. There was some controversy because I became the second Jewish kid in the school.
Oh, that.
And all of a sudden they felt they had to acknowledge like Hanukkah because they only had like Christmas trees and stuff. And they added a Hanukkah song to the Christmas concert with all the Christmas songs.
Wow.
People got pissed off about that stuff in the 70s, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
When
witch
people-
came into the school. Oh, she's going to put a spell on all of us.
Abigail Jem is in the chat. She says, saddened to hear this on the eve of the first day of school.
That was my first
Jeez.
reaction. Like, they're already in school?
In North Carolina, well, in the South, they start earlier, it seems like, than we do up here. See, I feel like in the Northeast, we start school later than everybody else does in the,
After
in the
Labor
country.
Day.
But
Yeah.
that's how commonplace it is. Like, you said that news, and it's like, oh, my instinct was like, they started school,
Right.
not someone got
Oh,
stabbed.
I see what you mean.
Well, with
I see what
COVID,
you mean, yeah.
wonder about
Yeah.
there even being school with COVID
Oh, yeah.
and the outbreak.
The COVID outbreaks in the South, where they already
Yeah.
are back at school, are already raging out of control. It's already looking like it was last year. And this is, we should have this under control, but we live in the United States of anti-science, so getting this under control isn't an option. So we just have to wait for it to go from being a pandemic to endemic, I guess.
People are liars.
Hopefully
too.
not.
I feel like a lot of people are lying about having it. 'Cause they
About being vaccinated?
don't, or having COVID and then not saying anything.
That I believe.
Why would
I
they
don't
do
know.
that?
That I believe.
People,
If you don't get tested, I don't have to know what it is.
ignorance is bliss, I guess.
Seriously, and stupid, because that's a great way to end up on a ventilator.
But that is what is going on. I feel like that's a big thing because, like, you don't want to wear the mask now at the grocery store because you're one of the one or few people doing it now. It's
What do you
like
expect
the
people-
roles have turned. It's weird now. It's very
Gonzo,
weird.
you want adults to look out for children? How dare you? They
No, no.
have the right
You're
to
confusing,
not wear masks.
You're confusing my observation.
I'm being a
with a
sarcastic
stance.
person.
It's not my stance.
Yeah.
Just I noticed it.
Yeah. Totally.
Satire never works well, does it, Matt? As we found all the time.
It will often blow up in one's face.
Touche.
People think you take it literally.
By the way, our friend Paulie C is in the Facebook live chat and says night music on Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C this Friday night at 7:30 p.m. So Retro Spectrum Radio returning with myself. I'll be there, of course. I assume Dan and DJ Steve. And, of course, condolences once again to Paul, losing his
Yes.
father.
Matt, something that speaks volumes about how much people like him is, he put the GoFundMe page together and more than doubled it in a short amount of time. And that's true testament on, that's going to be a humbling feeling to, number one, to ask for that. And then to get double, you got to feel good about the way people
So
feel
much
about
you
you.
loved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So many
man,
people looking out for you.
That's going to be the best.
Absolutely.
if anything, that's gonna feel good. Like
I was
people
so-
like me, you know.
I was blown away when I saw it start, and 16 hours later, it had hit its goal.
Yeah.
He could breathe easy and know that things were going to be a little bit,
And people
a little
like
bit
him.
better.
That's-
And people kept donating
Yeah.
to help him out even further, which
Yeah.
is amazing. So their whole family is going through a really hard time right now, and I just think it's really cool, and it's a testament to our community, our WMNH little
It really
tribal
is.
family of ours, and the people that listen to all the shows. There's people that have been helping out that they're fans of the shows. They listen to these guys all the time, and they saw something bad happen and decided to step in and try
Mm-hmm.
and alleviate some of that pain. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
This is amazing
And
to
they
be a
keep
part of.
proving themselves. Whatever comes up, like the base comes through. They follow through and they step it up, and it's nice to be a part of that for sure.
Absolutely.
It's nice to have people caring about each other. It
Yeah.
really is, because you get out there and we talk about this all the time, all the negativity now. Matt's talked about how people have become more aggressive in their driving, and that, and people are getting nasty with each
Especially,
other.
Amazon drivers, right?
Yeah, that's true. I never did. I never did
Seriously.
talk about that on the show. Yeah, it was. It was last week, I think. But yeah, I was on a street, and this Amazon driver goes to turn, and it was almost a head-on collision. Like I'm driving up this street, and this Amazon driver, he's on my right, and he's going to make that turn, and he almost ran right into me. And then he's like, you know how the truck is kind of open so they can,
Yeah.
he kind of leans out as he's turning, and he yells at me to get out of his way, and I'm like, I have the right of way. What do you? I had to pull up onto the sidewalk. Luckily, there was no curb there. It was flat with the road.
Or a
So
kid.
I literally had to pull onto the sidewalk to get out of this guy's way. And I took a picture of his license plate, and I was going to report him. But here's the thing. With Amazon, unless you're making a report about a specific delivery, your own delivery,
Yeah, there's no way.
they make it impossible. So I gave up on it. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, everybody makes mistakes, and I'm not a spiteful person. If he had just said, sorry, instead of yelling at me, or even if he hadn't said anything at all, and he just kept going, okay, I would have let it go. But he actually yelled at me like I was at fault. That made me angry.
He was entitled.
Yeah, like I know they have a tough job, and I know Amazon treats their employees like crap, and these drivers there's no shortage of stories about how much pressure they're under.
Do
I
they
didn't think
really?
they were allowed to take left turns.
That's what I hear.
I didn't know that.
I think that's UPS, or maybe it's
Oh.
FedEx. But
Yeah, you got a GPS on the truck, and they track your time.
That's
Yeah,
what, but I wonder sometimes you see them like backing up on the street. You're wondering if they're trying to trick the GPS.
yeah.
I didn't know
I don't
that.
know.
I thought it was a good place to work.
I think it's a hard place to
Hell,
work.
What do I know?
Depends on the place, but
They get a lot of bad publicity.
right. And then
Yeah.
they hired union busters.
I
when
know
they're trying
everyone's happy to
unionize,
see
and
'em.
that's gone back to the NLRB. They'll probably have another election.
It's great when they.
Rocky Huber in the chat room said, not everyone will know the reference. It's a little inside, but he says we should hold a protest outside of Amazon on Sunday.
I agree.
Are they
Well,
closed on Sunday?
Where is it?
I assume.
Where
well,
is it?
There's one in Hooksett, and
That's right,
there's
because
one
I
in
saw all the
Nashua.
trucks coming by.
Yep.
Amazon
Oh, yeah.
Gandhi can show up.
Amazon Gandhi. That's right.
Now they want to build. They're planning on building brick and mortar stores after wiping them out. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Crazy.
I was
All
gonna
this
talk,
monopoly.
I was going to
stuff.
talk about that the other day too, and I never got to it. Yeah, Amazon. Did you know this? Amazon is opening. They're starting
Planning
to
on
open.
No.
They're going to be. Yeah, they're going to be opening
brick and mortar
stores.
Like a
Interesting.
Bunny's?
Do you know how much stuff they?
Like a
Is that
Bunny's.
like an upscale Walmart, right?
Shout out Bunny's.
yeah.
I
so they
actually
wiped
use
out.
Amazon a lot.
They wiped
I
out
do.
all these stores,
Yep.
and now you build them and put people out of work.
Yep.
They're already right behind Home Depot. Ready to go. In
Oh,
Hooksett.
yeah. The processing.
You're right. Yeah, because I was going to
Place,
Home
yeah.
Depot and I
Yeah.
saw the trucks.
Yeah, come to think of it, they all look very unhappy when they're driving.
Don't they?
Yeah, they don't
Well,
look like,
wasn't
I
there
love
a
my
story-
job. I'm driving an Amazon
Wasn't it
truck."
a story that they were having to like urinate in bottles inside the vehicles because they weren't afforded enough time?
Yes, I remember that
Wasn't that
story.
that was actually a true story?
yeah.
Right, you don't become the richest man in the world by being,
Humane?
humane, right?
Oh, apparently, huh?
Oh, Mike
Squeeze
Pelopita.
every dime.
Mike Pelopita says I wouldn't be surprised if they take over the old Kmart in Hooksett.
Honestly, it'd be nice to see something in there besides the
Well, there's nothing there right
There's
now,
nothing.
right?
No, there's a dollar store there
That's on the other
on the corner of the plaza.
Oh, yeah.
How about
There's
a
a liquor
huge
store.
rumpus room?
A
Where you could
rumpus
just
room.
go blow off steam.
You can do that here in the city. You can go do axe
There's a rumpus
throwing.
room?
No, well, there's a destruction room that you can go in
Good.
and you like trash something in this room.
Well, I don't think we're zoned for actual rumpus.
Oh, jeez. You know, the Puritanism of New England.
Yeah, where did that word derive from, John?
When you
Rumpus.
go down to, you don't know what a rumpus is, do you?
Oh, no, tell me.
Do you know what a rumpus room is?
No.
I actually don't know either. I've heard the term many times, but I don't actually know.
A rumpus means a commotion. It's a slang term from the 30s. It might predated that. But then after World War II, when the GI Bill, everybody starts getting their house. You have a rumpus room for the kids because everybody's breeding like rabbits after the war.
Oh, yes.
You know, the baby boom generation. So you have a
baby
rumpus room. So the kids are in there jumping up and down so it doesn't drive Ma to an overdose of Valium or whatever. Or Dad to, taking off his belt and whacking the kids.
Or venture off.
Venture off, yeah.
No, that's another reason I wouldn't, why I'm glad I've never had children. I don't want to deal with rumpus and rumpusing.
Oh, it's
Rumpus.
rumpusy. It's very rumpusy.
Yeah,
What's the rumpus? Used to be
It's
a
just-
term in the 30s.
You get used
What's
to
the
it, but
commotion?
it is rumpusy.
Wow. yeah.
Rumpus room.
My grandmother used to say, "Are you raising Cain up there?"
Oh, yeah.
Raising the devil.
Like, I don't know what that means.
Cain the devil.
Yeah.
The wrestler.
Tom
That's
Blanchard.
that's why Citizen Kane, he has the name Kane. So it's William Randolph Hearst. It's making him the devil, and that's why he's so pissed off that he went after Orson Welles. That and the Rosebud reference that we can only talk on Matt Connarton,
Unsheathed.
yeah.
Hey, when are you joining us? Aren't you supposed to be coming on Retrospection Radio soon?
I thought it was last week I was supposed to be on, but I was sick.
I don't think so.
Well, last week Paul did the tribute to his dad.
Anyway.
I didn't know. If
I didn't hear.
I didn't know if you had rescheduled with him or
and
not.
you missed it, you
Well, I
jerk.
didn't. Well, first of all, I
Well,
didn't.
no, he was alone.
I
for that.
didn't hear from Paul.
Yeah.
And you hadn't heard anything, and I thought I might have COVID, but I'm down in the basement of my house, which is an old, 1910 house, granite and rocks and everything.
You just
And
said
there's
the worst
mold and
word
stuff.
ever.
Granite,
In the
rocks.
studio.
What's the word?
You said the C word.
You said COVID. You thought you had COVID.
Well, I couldn't breathe, but it just turns out because of all the dampness, you're in a basement of an old New England house.
Yeah.
Which are really, there's rocks. That's the foundation.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Then they have bricks. I was breathing in stuff.
You should lay off the cigarettes.
And, I have asthma.
So you smoke butts. That's a good idea.
Well, they used to give you smoke. They used to recommend smoking after World War II for allergies.
Yeah.
I actually smoked.
Did they really?
You blow it
Yeah.
out your nose, and it kind of you can breathe better. Oh yeah.
That's fascinating. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It was
so
it was
when
for
you're getting your
anxiety treatment too.
when you're getting your shot, remember cigarettes.
No kidding.
really
They are good for anxiety.
I said it once.
Well,
I'll say it again.
yeah,
Cigarettes are one of the best things that ever happened to me.
They're too expensive.
No, I'm
No, they
so
destroy
glad I
your
quit. I'm
health.
over 10 years now. Quit.
Short
I am
term, of
so
course.
glad.
They actually sap your spiritual power, but that's the thing for the witchcraft hour. So we won't talk about that.
But are you an active smoker?
Oh, every now and then I have one with him.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen you smoke a cigarette, so it's hard for me to
He
picture
gets
it.
edgy.
Don't you remember?
Yeah.
He was, he barely breathes in. And I got angry. He says, and then he told you after the show, I can call him any name. He doesn't care. But he gets all upset because I'm insulting him over the way he smokes.
Oh.
Because I don't breathe it in very. I like to blow it through my nose.
No, you hold it weird.
I have terrible allergies.
You hold it weird.
But granite dust and everything.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
old basements, and it's been so wet.
Yeah.
And then in the old houses, it starts seeping in. But
You should,
I survived.
you should stop squatting and get your own place.
You are an ass. You're gonna get punched.
Oh my goodness.
By who?
God, you're such a jerk. He is such a jerk.
Wow.
And I had him going on Word 13 today.
Oh really?
Well, he can't follow a line of thought, which when you have me there, and I can't follow one either.
Yeah.
Where all
Blind
hell
leading the
was
blind
breaking
on that
loose.
one.
That's why you had to have Jim O'Connell call in to, suck up the airspace.
It's actually pretty funny. I really take pride in my role as just the agitator.
Yeah.
As a jerk.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Hi, honey, we're home.
Tune in.
What are we having tonight?
Lasagna.
Well, I'll just come for a glass of wine, say hello to the missus.
What, are you too good for lasagna?
Well, they have a cat there, and I'm allergic to cats.
Oh.
I'm really allergic to cats.
We don't put the
Cats have actually put me in a hospital.
Can't you just have a cigarette and be fine with the cat?
Blow out your nose?
No,
Can we
that
smoke in the house?
doesn't work. Don't
No,
stop.
my wife's pregnant.
I like cats, but it's like one of those things, and they like me.
What
so
an
they come out.
animal.
Who's
You
an
only smoke
animal?
around
You
your
are
kids
my-
after
He
they're
called you an
born?
animal.
Me?
What is that?
No. John's an animal if he thinks he's going to smoke in front of my pregnant wife.
I never said I was going to smoke in front of your pregnant
Do you
wife.
smoke in front of your pregnant wife?
Well, it's different.
I think I.
Oh, it's
Of
a
course not.
sexual act.
Of course not. I vape. Just kidding.
Well,
It's a
Nothing goes
so
near
you
my
smoke
wife.
because it's a phallic
your
symbol,
children?
and you want a phallus in your
Look,
mouth.
man, I'll admit it. I go outside, and John's right. It's a great de-stressor. It really is. And
Because they don't give value.
I have a
on it
butt.
anymore.
I smoke it. I think.
And he
Meditation
never
is
has a
better.
lighter.
I
He
know-
never has a lighter.
Really?
And you always do?
No, I don't have a lighter.
I like
we
it.
have to ask people going by
Yeah,
for a light.
Part of the fun.
Seriously? You look at arms for the poor.
It's
No,
exactly
no.
like that.
Hey, man, you got a light. That's usually what it is.
How much do you smoke, Gonzo?
About 2 packs a week.
Oh, that's light,
It's
isn't
light.
it? Yeah.
5 a day.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to smoke
he is a
over a
light.
pack
Maybe
a day.
5 a day. Maybe 3 a day.
That's light.
If I'm
He's
drinking,
a lightweight.
If
Yeah.
I'm drinking, I'll have like 10.
10 packs?
No, 10 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a half pack.
Oh, I'll crank them. If I'm boozing, me and my buddies, we'll go out for
Still
a
not
butt.
good
We'll just
for you.
But
crank 'em.
but light. You're light
Don't
enough
you want to
that
live long?
you could probably quit
Yeah.
if you wanted to, right?
I doubt he can.
I could quit easily.
Nah.
He
Yeah.
lacks the willpower.
No, I could.
Then do it. Why do it?
I love
Why don't
them.
you take that money and put it in a bank account for a college education for
It's
your
like
kids?
$8.
It's not that much.
$8. I quit when it went over
It's
a
nothing.
dollar.
And then you won't smell like cigarettes when
Nothing.
you pick up your children.
He's a spendthrift.
And put it
too.
on your children, and then they smell.
Oh, I am frivolous.
And you know, it might have done something to your sperm.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not.
I've been
He's
crushing it
having
lately.
another
I don't
kid.
think there's a problem there,
No.
How if your child
Poppy.
turns out to look like a crazy Joe?
Way downtown.
Stop it.
Boom.
He isn't very attractive. I think that's why he doesn't do
I
the
don't
video.
know. He's just a troll hair.
Where'd
He
you
looks
go?
I
like
just
talking
want to
about-
take him and like spin it.
He
I
goes
listened
way
to the
left.
See what
show
it
like
looks
2
like.
days ago. It's like it makes you physically nauseous.
I
That's
loved
what-
your comment though. That was so funny. Your comment on his video that it's what was it? Something like it's stunning to listen to such failure, or something,
Yeah.
or it's surreal to listen to such
It
failure.
is. It's. I can.
You know what's upsetting about that is as much anti-Semitism as there was in that
It's
video.
crazy.
When you report it, nothing happens. They say it doesn't go against community standards, and he even used some choice words in there towards people of color, and they
Oh,
say it's
always,
perfectly
yeah.
okay.
because it's not a call to do something.
He's using nasty words and
Just-
new abbreviations.
Well, he's so ignorant.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what his
Horrifically.
religion? If did you watch that one? His religion is rock and roll.
That's my-
oh boy,
Yeah.
that sounds so 1977.
Well, did
Yeah.
you hear him when he accused me of being Jesus' killer?
Well,
Oh yeah, he was talking about all the religions that you got Muslim, you got the Jews. Who I don't like. That's when I went off, and then but you got the Catholics. So who are the best?
He
I guess he never heard of Martin Luther and Protestantism.
I'm gonna go to Satan's club.
See, Matt, I'm
I'm
surprised.
done with all these other ones. Dirk's talking to me in the chat. Dirk,
I'm
coming
surprised
over,
you
man.
let this happen, though, Matt. I'm surprised you let him back on every time. I'm surprised you haven't made a hard line in
It's a
the
train
sand
wreck.
saying no more racial, no more.
He
Like,
can't.
I'm surprised you just
He would never
haven't-
be able to stop.
I'm surprised the door keeps opening, though.
Because he won't stop talking about us. And we keep reporting
Yeah.
him because
And
I've
Charles.
personally made it my mission in life to shut up that racist pig.
But
He's like Russ.
still
He
has
should
a
have no
forum
voice
here,
ever.
though, I feel like.
But he
Oh.
barely has any. That's why he
And we're
goes
gonna keep it
after
that
you
way.
because you're giving it to him.
And we're going to keep it that way. We're
That's
going to
what I
keep
mean.
him down to as nothing as possible. How Facebook doesn't suspend him and allows him to
He was
to
suspended
call
once.
people. Yeah, but
Yeah.
now these new videos, he's using again anti-Semitic
If he meant-
statements, and he's calling people of color words that I can't say on air, nor
Yeah,
would
well, who
I.
would you?
And they they write back and say, nope, it's fine, and I'll submit it under an appeal to get them to take a closer
Yeah.
look. And they come back and they say it doesn't violate our community standards.
If
Well, what the
the-
heck are your community standards then?
If he mentions your entire name, you can hit him with a privacy.
I don't care
complaint.
about that.
Yeah, but that gets rid of it.
Yeah, but Matt, you could shut it down if you wanted. Like,
We tried. No, I did report him for
on the
making
Matt
violent
Connarton
threats against us because he did do that.
Right.
And that was also not against community standards.
Well, he calls the FBI on everybody, I guess. So he calls in the show as a high priest of rock and roll.
Oh, God.
And
Yes.
then winds up calling the FBI. I'm sure they're thrilled to get those calls. Right? They put him on the list. Lunar.
Right.
In my opinion.
Oh, it's
I
Crazy
want an
Joe
address.
again.
I can just start mailing him like voodoo dolls and
Do you think he
other
calls
weird
the
stuff.
FBI and say, "Hey, it's Crazy Joe"?
He's a vampire, though. He sucks up, negative
energy
energy.
vampire.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think he's that intelligent.
Well, he actually injects his venom and creates negativity and lives off of that.
Yeah.
But the opposite has happened because of his behaviors, all these people from different walks of life around the world, even in Ireland, have contacted us, have contacted Matt separately and some of the other people. All these great people have actually come out of the woodwork to say, shut up. We don't like your racist crap, and we're going to stand up against you. And we didn't know these people from Adam. And now we know the people from, Tomorrow Media. We know the Dirk. We know all the from Texas, Oregon. Who's the Texas guy? There was a Texas guy.
That's Billy Painter.
There was a few people that just came out of the woodwork wanting to shut this racist up.
And I want to know why you aren't paying him royalties for boosting. He's put your ratings through the roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah, we're in those wonderful ratings that are all about that. We know about radio ratings now, don't we?
What was
The new form of Nielsen, damn it.
I can't remember the word that he mispronounced. Was it
Which
miserable?
Oh.
Miserable or miserable or something?
Oh, miserable.
Miserable.
He says,
miserable.
or here's a word he mispronounces.
And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, and I'm not saying that in a bad way.
It's like a real Archie Bunker, but without, Carol O'Connor's charm and the great writing,
I know.
It's a real pig.
He's like a caricature of himself. By the way, Mike Pelopita is wondering if our master impressionist here, Gonzo, do you do a Crazy Joe impression?
I don't.
He can't.
Oh.
Because I heard the best I've heard, and that's, Mr. Paul.
Paulie C.
I don't want to give it away.
Idiot Joe. We already have it. It's Idiot Joe.
Idiot Joe. There's Idiot Joe. There's Crazy Lou.
You can't do your own version of a
No,
CJ?
I mean, no, I have to work on it in the shower. That's my wheelhouse.
It's got the best acoustics, too.
It does.
So there's that.
Does your wife wash your back?
No.
Seriously.
All right.
What's with you?
My
Private
back?
question.
I'm provoking him.
I'm good. I got long
What are
arms.
you trying to horn in? Get out of here.
I know. You're coming over for
That's not
lasagna?
cheap.
Start with the first four letters of
That's
horn
on
down.
sheep.
Oh, my God.
Rocky Huber says everybody has to check out the new one, Crazy Moves from Crazy Moses from Florida.
I know.
Crazy Moses.
That's our
Yes.
friend Charles Richardson
That's
from
right.
the Charles Richardson Show.
Moses.
He's going to let my people come.
That's what he calls him, Moses.
I'm
Yep.
not going to do
Well,
an
that could be for
impression.
Matt Connarton on
I'd like
Unsheathed,
him
yes.
to go away, to be honest. I just don't. I never got it. I never got
He's
the
waiting for
obsession with
Moses
him.
to bring him the animals 2 by 2.
Just like the guy from Philly. I never got it. I knew he'd go away.
Who was the guy from
I just
Philly?
waited. and
Tony D.
Just waited
Oh,
for it to
that's right.
happen.
He was irritating,
and of course
too.
it happened. Yeah, he never was good. He just wasn't good. Like, Joe's not. I don't think Joe's good.
If all you can talk about for an hour is Christian, no offense to Christian, I love him dearly, but seriously, you have an
Hey,
issue.
now, what's the deal with snowbanks? It's like, what'd you do? Write a top 10 list of topics to cover this week, Tony? That Gonzo on the couch again? It's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I know what
Don't
you
like
mean.
the new
It's
format.
like, well, I got 45 minutes to kill. Might as well just do what I gotta do.
Right.
And this is why we love you.
Yeah. I know.
Crazy Joe is just a bowel movement of a human being. If
Wow.
he's even human, in my
A
opinion.
bowel movement of
Wow.
a human being.
Right, because we
Hey,
can't
you
really
better be
say.
careful what you
work
wish
deep
for.
to come up with these things?
Well,
or do they just fly out?
It was Gonzo who actually gave me that line.
You couldn't have a bowel movement on a golden toilet with a flushing mechanism.
There you go. We got him going now, right? If we could only cut out the chaff.
Zen.
Zen, yes. I told you, you're going to get your karma's going to come around and bite you right in the arse.
Bring it.
Rocky says Crazy Moses is a savior of dirtbags.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome.
Not everyone will know the reference, but check out.
And this guy's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Oh, he thought there's
Not
some
Rocky.
bagels
Rocky's
and the
cool.
best chicken salad. And
No, he
where the hell
grew
is he
up with
going?
the Jewish people, the Hebrew people. Didn't you hear him say that?
I couldn't.
I
I
grew
can't
up. They
take more
called
than
me
10
Hebrew
minutes.
Joe. I grew up with the Jews. He says. Like, dude, really? I feel like somebody just looked at me and went, "Yeah, I had a friend that was Jewish once." That's what it sounds like when he says this ridiculous stuff.
We have a call.
It comes out of nowhere.
Hi, welcome to
Yeah.
Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Crazy Joe.
Hey, this is Dirk. How's it going?
Hey, Dirk. How are you?
Well, hello there.
Oh, hello there. I like how. So, when Jenny was talking about how like she made it her personal goal to shut Joe up, you know, when I made the videos and I did the confrontation with Joe, I had some people asking like, hey, "Are you going to make sure you're not going to poke the bear anymore?"
Yeah.
When the opposite happened, but I come from like the Wild West of the internet, where if you do something stupid, you will be beaten. Well, you know, metaphorically speaking,
Yes.
relentlessly until the morale improves. Like I come from areas of like 4chan and other chan sites where like you do something that's going to embarrass yourself, like you're not going to live out of it. And so it was my personal goal to just bully Joe, but really I won not just from the confrontation, but with how obsessed he was with getting on WMNH radio. But who's got a segment now on the show?
Yes, I know, which I'm sure drives him insane.
I love that.
Yeah.
And can I say, I love it. I love the new segment.
Yeah.
And you're getting
Absolutely love it.
royalties because you're driving the ratings through the roof.
Through the
yeah,
roof.
there's royal. Yeah, he's gonna double it from Easy's salary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just wait until I do a gore metal review. We'll see what the ratings go to with that. But no,
Do Powerwolf.
what's that?
Powerwolf. Do Powerwolf.
There's a suggestion.
Actually, yes, Powerwolf is one that I want to
love
do at some
them.
point soon.
Excellent. Good,
They're
good.
amazing.
Yeah, but we have gotten a lot of great feedback on the new segment. But yeah, I'm sure it drives Crazy Joe nuts.
Yeah.
And I have to commend you, kind sir, on your ability to send files very successfully, succinct.
And he's able to do video too, where we can see him. Unlike
Yes.
Joe.
He's
Yeah.
multitasking.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
You're very commendable,
Yeah,
sir.
to do so, I go to www.google.com and then I sign in,
Yeah.
and I taught myself from there.
Do you have
But no, it's like Joe has been spending all this time talking about us and repeating himself. He doesn't have any new material. Like it's just on repeat at this point. But
Yeah.
if someone strikes you with their hand, you smash them with yours, and that's what I've been doing this whole time. But I see that's also what you guys have been doing as well, and that's fantastic.
I know, isn't it?
Yes.
His shtick couldn't be on an old 45 single record, which was like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But
And then it
you know
repeats.
what?
Yeah.
If he wants to keep repeating show names and call letters and things and get more attention from other people, bring it on, buddy. Thanks for the
Absolutely.
free publicity.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's true.
Hey, Matt, I love this comment by Chris Wheeler St. Cyr that says, "So, is this just random talk, or do you usually have subjects? Don't drink Red Bull. drink antioxidant drink. No, toxins or synthetic chemicals. Legit." I love it. Pretty much.
Welcome to the club.
See, Matt, I like to have a loose syllabus in my head,
Jesus.
but I like to let the show go where it goes.
Never actually used the word syllabus, but it is a great word.
That would be the weekly
but thank
dialogue.
you.
Well
But I-
done.
But
We
I
looked
do,
it up
I do
before the
love your
show.
impression. All right. Well, Dirk, thank you for the call. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. I'll let you guys go.
All right. Dirk Don from Arrogant Media. Thank you so much for the call, my friend.
You bet. See ya.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. And if you missed it, of course, you can always check out the archive. We did, as we do every Wednesday, Dirk's great news segment here on the show, usually about the midpoint in the show, where every week Dirk reviews a new release from a band. This week he did Sabaton, and really enjoyed that. And of course, that will be in the archive. And he also posts them up on the Arrogant Media YouTube channel, and I suggest subscribing to that, Arrogant Media. They do a lot of great content, so definitely check that out.
Is he going to be doing a Justin Bieber one coming up, or?
What?
I doubt it.
No.
Oh,
Demons
Bieber
are a girl's best friend.
Bieber went hard.
Power.
Really?
Yeah, he's hardcore.
Oh.
What?
I had no idea.
Is he the one that screwed with what's her name? That's having all the legal problems.
All of them.
Who has legal problems?
That's Oops, I Did It Again. What's her name?
Oh, Christina Aguilera.
Dude, leave Britney alone.
No, the other
No.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Was he the one
I
that
was way off.
screwed with her?
No.
Oh, I thought he was.
That was Kevin Federline.
You really get into this gossipy stuff a lot.
I don't even know. I just, it's
I don't know.
it's in the New York Times.
I don't know. You guys need a show on TMZ.
Oh.
Who's Kevin Federline?
You don't know.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is he a musician?
He's the father of at least one of Britney's
Ask
kids.
Perez
Right?
Hilton.
Oh, yeah. All right.
God, you're going to get a kick in the blockos after the show's over.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, violence.
Well, we'll have to get that on video.
Well, it's just with us.
The apples.
Just with
Can't
us.
take you guys
Russian for
anywhere.
apples.
Yes. All right. We do need to start to wrap up. Thank you, everyone. Did you want to plug this week's Ward 13 for when it goes up on the YouTube?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, worst
It'll be.
show
Are you going to put it
we've
on
ever
IPM
made.
Nation?
Of course. We always
There
do.
you go.
We always do.
I'll plug it.
All right.
Worst show we've ever made. Don't watch it.
It's because we shut him up.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's the crazy Joe of Ward 13.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, gentlemen, thank you both. Jenny had to leave the room, so
I get her shout out.
she
then.
doesn't. You can shout out if you'd like to take
Okay.
her shout out.
Bunnies. What
Oh.
up, Chris? Thanks for turning it up.
Absolutely, yes. We love Chris and at Bunnies. They've always got us playing over there, and we
shout out
appreciate
to
that.
shout out to Mrs.
Yes.
Gonzo.
Oh,
You know,
And shout
thanks
out,
for the lasagna.
oh,
yeah, and shout out to you not coming over.
wow.
How you gonna get home, buddy?
I'll walk.
Uber,
Ooh.
Uber.
He's got you there.
I got
Uber.
cash, bro.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see
All
it.
right. All right, we do need to go. If you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at MattConnarton.com. And that's going to do it for us for now. We'll talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye.